our beautiful guest, Miss Hiba.
A very, very special guest.
Yes.
She's the spokesperson for ICRC.
ICRC.
Before we delve into that, we have a reminder, like an announcement. So, Hanin,
Yes, just a reminder, you guys. You can check out this interview as well as all of our other interviews on our YouTube channel and Instagram at 195.7 FM. And you can visit our website, www.one.iq, and download our app, 1FM.
right? So, let's get going.
Yes.
Can you tell our listeners about yourself and what does ICRC stand for?
Perfect. Okay, so hi everyone. So thanks at the beginning. Thanks for having me today.
It's a pleasure.
Of course, it's our pleasure.
Yeah, it's a pleasure for me too. Beginning with the ICRC, so which means the International Committee of the Red Cross. So people mainly know it as Red Cross, As-Salib Al-Ahmar. So it is an international organization. It operates in more than 90 countries around the world.
90.
90
That's
countries
awesome.
around. Yeah. So its main mission is to protect and assist people those affected by armed conflicts and wars. So this is basically the ICRC.
Okay.
And about me, so I'm Hiba Adnan, as you mentioned. So currently I'm working as a public relation officer and spokesperson at the ICRC, of course. And so back in the years, I have more than 12 years, I think. Yeah, 12 years experience in work field.
That is amazing.
Okay.
But I ended with I have also more than 6 years now, I think, in public relation career. I mean, and then I ended up with the ICRC. So currently I'm the spokesperson for this amazing organization. Which I'm honored to be part of this organization, of course. This is me.
So, Miss Hiba, what made you pursue such career? Do you find it rewarding? What was the reason behind you pursuing this?
Oh, hard question. I didn't think of that before. So well, Hanin, I think it's a combination, like between my experience and my personal values. So I think from a young age, I'm still young.
You are, yes, you are, very much so.
So from young age, of course, I was inspired by the stories of people who made difference on people's lives,
of course.
Whether they are individuals or even organization. Especially these people who support the people affected by conflicts.
Yes.
So, for example, we all witnessed the recent earthquake. For example.
Yes, unfortunately.
I think in Kirkuk or Tuz Khormato.
And there was one in Kirkuk. So one in Morocco, and then 2 days ago, I think it was in Kirkuk.
Is it? By the way, is it Duz or Tuz? I'm not sure.
Some people call it Duz, and some people Tuz. Well, in Arabic we say Tuz Khormato.
Yeah, that's right.
So we when we see the people and affected by this earthquake, and we see the other people that provide assistance and helping them. So you have that feeling. I want to be with these people. I want to provide assistance. I want to help them. So this has happened with me. I feel like I want to be a part of this effort, to work with a humanitarian organization that provide this assistance to people.
To give back to the community.
Yes, of course, and to make a difference in people's lives.
Yes.
And also my experience, of course, and helped me a lot. Like when you work as a spokesperson, or I can say to work as a public relation officer, so that allow you to work in different tasks daily basis. So I can give interviews, I can conduct any events, and I can do a roundtable with journalists. That's
amazing. You have a variety of stuff. It's just not one routine.
I can give training, and I can talk to different. So it's all about people. So yes, this is what
that's really interesting.
Awesome. Yes.
And earthquakes are really scary. I think especially here in our country, because we are not used to them. So they could be really scary. Now, speaking of being a spokesperson, As far as I know, your Arabic is fantastic. By the way, I
Inshallah.
envy her. Her Arabic is fantastic.
And her English too.
Yeah, that's right. But
Yeah.
I always talk to her about her Arabic and all. So I know that you speak two languages, English and Arabic, and now you are working here in Iraq. But your organization is an international organization.
That's correct.
So which language do you usually use? And what about the announcements that you make and the speeches and the interviews? Do you do them in Arabic? And are they like challenging?
Well, Brahim, it depends, I think, on the audience and the context. So, since the ICRC is operating in different countries, so we have different cultures. So,
True.
it depends on the audience. Wherever sometimes we communicate mostly we communicate in English, of course, and we communicate in French. But talking about Iraq, so because of the majority here is like Arabic audience, I mean. So we most of the time we communicate in Arabic. We deliver a speech in Arabic, writing giving statements in Arabic. But also we have the Kurdish language as well.
That is true. Yes.
And
That's
also,
interesting.
yeah,
Can you speak
of course.
Kurdish?
No, unfortunately, I tried, but I couldn't. Yeah,
I see.
but I think it's easy. Yeah, because it has like some
Right.
Arabic words.
Yes,
as well.
some mixed into the mix,
mixed,
yes.
That's
yeah.
right. Now,
And also we communicate, by the way, in English, of course,
In
when
English.
we deal with international media and international stakeholders.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
okay, and it could be challenging because you deal with people from different nationalities
Yes.
who are from different countries. So I think their accents could be challenging to understand.
Yes, of course, and also, by the way, whenever we can, we need to communicate in local language. I mean, to use the Iraqi accent,
Yeah.
especially when we deal with the affected communities.
Right.
So to better to have this
Simplified
accessibility, yes,
and-
to simplify to convey our message to them. So this is one of the way of
Okay.
communication.
Now, as a humanitarian organization, what are your, let's say, current and future projects and initiatives here in Iraq?
The ICRC. Okay, so let's begin to 1980 when the ICRC established its mission here in Iraq. So at the start of the Iraq-Iran war, so we had different activities and different initiatives. So our mission mandates is to help us to visit detention places.
Okay.
So we help to clarify the fate and whereabouts missing persons, especially when conflicts happen. So it caused a lot of people that got disappeared. And also we work on restoring family links because of the conflict, of course.
Of course.
And also many infrastructure may be affected because of the conflicts and war. So we
Right.
provide assistance, and we keep. And we have continuous work on these fields. Also we provide assistance and support to the physical rehabilitation centers.
Oh, that's
here in,
amazing.
Okay.
here in Iraq in different governorates, because we have unfortunately because of the war, because of the weapon contamination, because
Yes.
Iraq is one of the countries with a big number of weapon contamination and mines. So it caused many numbers or huge numbers, I can say, of people with disabilities. So
Okay.
provide support to them. We try to elevate their suffering.
So are we talking here about physical therapy and synthetic parts? I think we call them synthetic parts, right?
Yes.
Providing them with everything they need as...
Well, we support the centers where they can have a treatment there. So we provide
see.
we
Okay.
provide assistance in terms of cash assistance sometimes when they need to have wheelchairs and other assistance
Okay.
for walking. So this kind of, but we support these centers. Mainly it belongs to the Ministry of Health. In Iraqi, Iraqi
Yes,
Minister
yes.
of Health.
Okay. So apparently you deal with lots of problems and you try to solve them. So what kind of challenges do you face here in Iraq?
You mean me or the ICRC in general?
ICRC.
Yeah, ICRC as a humanitarian organization.
Right.
Yeah, of course, not just in Iraq, in everywhere, because mainly, as I mentioned, the ICRC is operating in conflict affected countries.
Right.
So on even post-conflict countries. So of course there is many challenging we face every single day because of the that I think that poses a significant security concern. Let me say.
Okay.
So the security of our staff, the accessibility or to get access to the areas that we want to deliver assistance.
No, that's scary to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes it poses a challenging to us. Yani. Not just in Iraq, I mean in everywhere when
Of
we
course.
have like our delegation.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So aside from all of that, what can we do as Iraqis? So if we would want to volunteer, how would we go about doing that? What can we do to help this humanitarian organization?
Perfect. Thanks for the question because I want to mention something very important.
Definitely.
So we have our partners here in Iraq. We have the Iraqi Red Crescent Society, so which is Al Hilal Al Ahmar Al Iraqi. So this society is our partners here in Iraq. We work within the same movement, which is the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement. It's a global movement. So we share the same fundamental principles, but for the ICRC we don't have volunteer works. We have the paid jobs, but for the what we call it the IRCS, which is the Red Crescent, they have volunteer works. So whenever anyone want to assist, to support
to do
their
some volunteer
communities,
work,
to do volunteer work, they can go to their offices and they can register their names. And they have different offices in different governorates, and they can register their names and they can volunteer in any field they can give assistance in.
So can we start
awesome.
with their website maybe, and then get some contact information?
Yeah,
and then
maybe they can
them?
contact. Yeah, maybe can contact you. They have the Al Hilal Al Ahmar Al Iraqi on Facebook, so people can contact them and can
That's awesome.
reach out.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that would love to help. And
I think especially young people, that would be amazing for them.
Yes, definitely.
And totally agree.
And lastly, what advice would you give to people who are trying to be a spokesperson in your organization?
That's tough.
Wow. Yeah. Well, Haneen, you always ask difficult questions. So
I mean, you have a lot of experience,
yes,
so I'm sure you have a great advice
like
about
12
this
years of
Definitely,
experience, right?
definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think let's agree on something. So working as a spokesperson, it has both responsibility or challenging and rewarding.
Yes.
At the same time.
True.
Yeah, because whenever you say anything, it will affect you or affect the organization you serve.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyone who seeks this kind of jobs, he should know what responsibility he will be going through. So he should be really informed or up to date with all the information, especially this information related to the organization, and to be up to date with the news, to have a good networking with media outlets and journalists.
That's definitely important.
To be assured that there is accurate information is disseminating, and also to I think the passion and commitment.
Definitely, the passion is it's all about the passion.
Yes, all about passion.
What about the skills?
The skills, of course, the most important things is the public speaking and the communication skills. So it's very important to communicate with you. When you work as a spokesperson, you will communicate with different people. So you should have this effective communication skills. I mean, you will communicate with media, with international media. You will communicate with stakeholders, with local communities, the affected communities. So this is
you have to
requires lots of confidence. To be honest,
you have to know how to speak to different parties and speak to them in their tone for them to understand and get the work done.
Yeah, for sure. And this is I have that kind of passion. I mean,
I'm
like,
sure you do, yes.
especially with the ICRC mission to like alleviate suffering and also promote respect for the humanitarian principles. So yeah, I think this combination or mixed that people should like have when they seek this kind of jobs.
Yes.
I think.
Okay,
Definitely.
great. Well, Hiba, thank you so much for taking the
Definitely.
time
Yes.
to do this interview. I mean, it's been amazing.
Yes, you've
okay?
been very insightful. Thank you so much.
Thank you a lot. Thank you
And
for the opportunity.
before you leave us, you know, nowadays we have like this is a tradition. So, do you like music?
Yeah, of
You
course,
do.
but
So we would like you
definitely.
to request a song, to pick a song, so we can play it for our listeners.
Well, recently, I'm not sure if the people gonna love it, but it's in English. You know, you
Yeah.
want an English one. So
course.
Unstoppable, I love it. I'm
Okay,
in love with it.
Unstoppable by Sia.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I
that's
love that
amazing.
song,
I think
yes.
DJ K is on it.
Yes,
That's amazing. And
yes, guys, just a reminder: you can check this out this interview on our YouTube and Instagram pages at 195.7 FM.
perfect. Thank you again.
Thank you again.
Thank you again,
It has
too.
been a pleasure having you.
Thank you. It's my honor. Thank you.
I'll smile. I know what it takes to fool this town. I'll do